we go. We're recording now. It's time. Kay's a big boy. What does do right? You know, they all recognise the king. So here's Rand just going after the warp noise. And here's Cielo. It's like, Rand, get off the gun, Leon! But... I'll deal with this. You're too green, so get out of here! Leave the rest to me, but you better get ready. When I get home, we're gonna redo your training from scratch. Boss! Now drop that wimpy attitude. You ain't gonna be worthy of the name The Heat, you oaf. The gun Leon's yours, but you better keep your hands off Mel till I get back. She'll be a fine woman, that one. Boss! Fucking guy. And then, so Rand wakes up. And here's Dorothy. And she's talking to Norman. And, Rand, is like, where the hell? And Norman just says, Paradigm City. And Rand goes, Paradise? Heaven? It's like, Paradigm City. And he says that he's the butler of the mansion. And he tells Rand that he's, been unconscious for days, ever since his master found him lying in the rain and brought him home. And Rand's like, Paradigm City? What the? He goes, I'm, Norman Buck. And then, Rand's like, oh yeah, I'm Rand Travis. People know me as... He's like, what? He's like, what's wrong? He's like, I can't remember. I can't remember anything else. I just know that I'm Rand Travis. I don't know what I've done. And that noise is Rand bashing his head against the table, and Dorothy goes, I failed to see what good... yeah, she's like, what do you hope to gain by banging your head upon the table? And Norman goes, I believe you're going to break it. Break the table before you fix your head. And then Rand's like, wait, deja vu. But having memory problems and amnesia isn't rare in this town. Dorothy says everybody in Paradigm City's lost their memories. And here's Rand. 300! He's just done 300 push-ups. And Norman is like, yes, excellent work, sir. I can see that you're in fine physical shape. And so Rand is like, so what's going on? And he's like, please don't, stop worrying about your memories. The people of this town are proof that though you may forget the past, you can still make a living. And Rand's like, yeah, I'm healthy. I can find something to do here. So, the interesting thing is on Setsuko's route, she's just like, oh no, ooh, and she's like, has confusion, and she's like, oh no, I'm fully recovered, don't worry about it. Whereas Rand's doing push-ups, so go ahead, don't worry about it. I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm amazing. See, he can just do anything. With his little blush. And, when, Norman says it's the same for him, and how he eventually came to work in this house. Living without memories of the past is par for the course in Paradigm City. Rand is like, do you know how Paradigm City came to be? And he's like, absolutely not. No one knows when the city was founded or even who the first people that lived there were. But most believe it was around 40 years ago, after a mysterious event destroyed the world and the people who could came here. And Rand's like, 40 years ago? Then you must have been alive to see it. Because, look at you, you're older than 40. And Norman says, not a single person in town remembers anything prior to that time, and no one's tried to leave either. Those born in the city tend to stay. Simply their nature. And then, that's when Dorothy comes in, and he's like, Norman, I'm going out. Except she's all like, Norman, I'm going out. And Norman tells her to ask Roger, when she finds him, if he'll be coming home for dinner. He's like, of course. He's like, I got it. And then Randy's like, hey, Dorothy's been leaving a lot these past few days. Where's she going? And then goes, she's looking for Roger, the Lord of the Manor. And Rand's like, damn, I'd like to meet that guy. And he's like, yeah, he has a habit of leaving every now and then. He's like, his current absence has been longer than most, but such is the life of someone with his job. And when Rand's like, oh, well, what's Roger's job then? He goes, negotiator. Essentially, he's like, negotiator? What the? And he's like, yeah, it's a guy that helps concerned parties work out a solution to a problem in a mutually beneficial way. And Roger has a good reputation for this work. But this time he's been called in by the first victim in a string of killings. And so here we are. Scenario 11. Paradigm shift. Shift. Yeah, he's actually really, really bad at his job. He's really bad at his profession. He's good at his job, but he's bad at negotiating. So Rand's like, oh wow, so this is Paradigm City, huh? Amazing, look at it. Wowee. Hell of a town. And then Dorothy's like, what the hell are you doing here, bud? And Rand's like, oh, I was just worried about Yeah. So Setsuko is like, oh yeah, I'm worried about Dorothy. But Rand's just like, I want to pay you back for the food and shelter. Since you're searching for Roger, there's no telling what you could get tangled up in, so I'll be your bodyguard. Bodyguardo. And then she's just like, what a stifling attitude. But she says not to worry. And but wonders if Rand did this sort of work before, and Rand's like, I couldn't tell you. All I know is that I'm pretty good at breaking stuff. And so Dorothy's like, alright, fine, you can help. And then Rand calls her boss. And Dorothy's like, boss? I mean... that seems fine. And then Rand's like, could you call me darling by any chance? And she goes, absolutely not. I will never do this. Have you lost? No, absolutely not. And then Rand asks about the big dome. Squelchy synth. And then and Dorothy says it belongs to the rulers of the town, the Paradigm Corporation. And so with that, Dorothy's like, hey, let's keep our search in another part of town. And Rand's like, oh geez, I wish there was some thugs hiding nearby for me to beat up. And Dorothy just sighs again, like, oh, you're as bad as Roger, but in a different way. And so, Rand asks Dorothy if she has any details on the case Roger's working on, but no, all she knows is there's a serial killer who's got several victims, and the first victim actually contacted Roger by phone, but was killed before they could meet. And then Rand's like, oh, do you think it's revenge he's investigating? Dorothy's like, I have no idea what's going on in that louse's head. He's a very strange man. Hidden. And Rand's like, that's weird that you're working as his maid, but don't understand your master. And then Dorothy says, I'm working off as paying off a negotiation you did for me. Thank you very much. And he's like, oh, that sounds like a pretty nice guy. And she's like, no, he's a louse. He's rotten. Especially when it comes to fashion sense. And then Dorothy says, step back. No, what the? And now here come two thugs. And so here's Dav and T-Bone. Rand asks if she knows who these guys are, and she says she doesn't. And then T-Bone's like, well, we're here to get you as bait to lure out your boss. And she's like, absolutely not. I'm looking for Roger. Throws a punch, and T-Bone's like, what the hell? She just punched down a streetlight. And then Dev's like, oh, geez, she's not human. Oh, no. And then T-Bone is like, what the hell, boss? And then T-Bone's like, oh, no, because, shit, she's the one that the boss told us to watch out for. And so with no other choice, they gotta run away because Dorothy's fucking jacked. And then Rand's like, what the hell, boss? And then Dorothy's like, oh, did no one not tell you? I'm an android. And then, nearby fan, Angel. So he's a fan who's like, not bad, very impressive. Introduces herself as Angel. And it's like, and you must be the one that Roger found. And then Dorothy goes, oh, have you met with Roger? And she's like, yeah, 3 days ago. But regardless, since we're looking for him, she has a message for us to pass along. Mind your own damn business. So, in exchange, Dorothy's like, I've got a message for you to pass along to Roger. No one wants to know what you want for dinner. And then he's like, well, I don't know if I'm ever going to meet him ever again anyway, so... And then off she goes. But if I do, sure. And so off she goes. And then Rand's like, what the hell? What was... Who? Huh? And Dorothy's like, I have absolutely no idea. Either way, another one of Roger's contacts nearby, so let's go talk to him. Just, Dorothy is just not taking part in any of the genre here. She's just like, no. Yeah, I got a message for your boss. What's he want for dinner, huh? And here's Big Ear. And he says he hasn't seen Roger in a week. And Dorothy's not about to press, but then Rand steps in and is like, hey, we think Roger might be in danger. Is there anything that can point us in the right direction? And Big Ear just says, Michael Seabuck. You know? And then Dorothy mumbles, a job from the Paradigm Corporation from a month ago. Schwarzwald. And then Big Ear remembers, because Roger was pursuing an unpublished article by a reporter called Schwarzwald. And then when Michael Seaback appeared before him, it was a strange man with his face wrapped in bandages, calling himself Schwarzwald. And that was the last time he saw him. He vanished along with his article in a sea of fire. Rand asks if this has something to do with the serial murders, and while Big Ear's not sure, he wonders if that didn't unlock something dangerous inside Roger. Rand doesn't know what to do with all these clues. And neither does Dorothy, but luckily, a friendly policeman arrives. Major Dan Dustin. And he's asking if Roger's been found. And he obviously doesn't recognize Rand. And Rand's like, hey, I'm Rand Travis. And people call me the... what is it? And then Dorothy's like, he's got memory problems. And so, yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm Major Dan Aston, one of Roger's old acquaintances. And Rand's like, yeah. So Setsuko would be like, oh no, sorry, I'm being disturbed with Superior Officer. While Rand goes, hell yeah, buddy. I don't think I have any problems with the cops. I don't think there's any cops after me, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I've not done any crimes. And Danny's like, wow, he's completely different to the people I normally deal with. And then Rand asks if he's searching for Roger, and he's like, no, I can't do anything until an official missing persons report is filed, and his office has got his hands full chasing escaped prisoners. But he has heard of a man answering Roger's description in the agricultural region of Islesbury. And he doesn't know anything about the serial killings either, other than the culprit has been described as a small woman. And so we go to Islesbury, and we meet Gordon, Mr. Gordon Rosewater, and he tells us, he's like, oh, here they come. Then we show up, it's like Gordon Rosewater, I presume. She's like, yep, you're late. Roger's he's left in pursuit of another lead. And Rand's like, what the heck? And Gordon's like, oh, don't worry, it's all according to fate. It's like, what? Jeez, like, both yours and Roger's visit has been preordained. It's like, well, and as for why Roger came over, it was to hear about the continuation of a novel that Gordon's been working on. Gordon figures Roger was interested in the illusion known as the truth. Not just about Paradigm City, but the entire world. Rand doesn't really get it. He's like, and Gordon says he doesn't expect a wild tomato like him to be able to get it. And he's like, I'm not. Yeah, all the plucked tomato knows is that it's together with the others. All it knows is I am there, and that becomes the truth. And Rand goes, I'm not tomato. I'm Rand Travis. I'm not no ketchup. And then Gordon, he's like, all knows I am there, and that becomes truth. And Roger may be a tomato too, but at least he stopped to think about who picked him off the vine, just like the serial killer's victims. Rand is like, okay, what do you know about the murders? And Gordon says, I'll tell you what I told Roger. Don't get picked at the wrong time. But he thinks we can always find our answer without his help, or we should be able to do so. And so then he's like, anyway, I'm going home. Give my best to Roger. Roger. And then here's Angel again. And she's like, wow, a beautiful dame shows up with timing like that. Wow. And she says that she's here as an emissary of the Paradigm Corporation's president, with orders to lead them to corporate headquarters. And so, Angel is secretly the secretary to the president of the Paradigm Corporation, Alex Rosewater. Rosewater? It's like, yes, Gordon Rosewater is his father, and the former president of the corporation. Dorothy quickly asks if he knows where Roger is, but despite being the mayor of the city, he's got no idea. Yeah, he's a powerful man, look at him. Head like Clark Kent. He says that he would be surprised if Roger had simply disappeared for knowing too much. And then Rand's like, hey, did you call us here just to talk about Roger? And he's like, actually, no, I'm interested in something you two have. Your memories. And then Rand's like, wait. I don't have any memories that'd be worth handing over. And I was like, actually, Angel spoke to me about it. I'm more than willing to make a long-term deposit. All he asks is for them to promise to hand them over should they recover those memories. And Dorothy says, if we refuse? And Alex just goes, I wonder. But Rand can't make promises over something that he doesn't have, and Alex decides to let it go. He has another meeting soon, and he asks Angel to take us home. And Rand's like, we can find our own way home, don't worry. And Alex is like, oh, be careful. There is a serial killer on the loose after all. From what he's heard, his targets are all people on the verge of recovering their 40-year-old memories. And that's when Rand's like, hold on, why do you want my memories? Dorothy asks if there's something wrong, and he's like, we just met a lot of people in just one day, almost as if we were introducing new characters in the story, one after the other. And then Dorothy's like, if it's like that, then I hope the climax of the story where Roger appears is about to happen. But she figures this is enough for today, and so she's going to head off and find a nice taxi. And Rand gets a strange feeling like he was together with someone, and he was together with someone, and he was protecting her. There was someone that he had to protect at all costs. Maybe that's why I called Dorothy boss? Because whenever he thinks about that, there's a lot of pain in his heart. Like, I think, let's have a look and see. Yeah, he doesn't mention darling. Taxi. Yeah, he doesn't mention anything, but that's fine. And then it's Dorothy, but there's no. And Rand's like, hey, nice coat. You like that coat? You pick out yourself? Not really your colour, Dorothy. And then the mysterious Dorothy looks a lot like it, doesn't it? In the red coat, just goes shinny, just die. Starts trying to moiter him. And so Rand dodges and is like, what the heck? You're not Dorothy. And so just goes, I'm RD. And tells Rand it's his destiny to die. And then Rand's like, okay, you definitely seem like a serial killer. But why are you targeting me? And then RD says, I'm going to kill you before your memories return completely. Memories? But yes, you must die. And then the mysterious man. Stop it right there, RD. Roger Smith. Roger Sumisu. What? You're the... And so, Roger's glad to see that Rand's doing well. He knows the killer has been going after those who are on the verge of recovering their memories and thinks it's rather unfair that the victims died without ever knowing the reason. An android cannot commit murder, though. Or is she a special model? She's like, no, I'm just doing as ordered. He's like, who then? Who's trying to stop the memories of 40 years ago from resurfacing? And why do you look so much like Dorothy? And all RD knows herself is that she heard the order to kill the moment she came into being, and to her, killing is as natural as extending an umbrella to another person in the rain. And then Roger's like, I think the R stands for red, but what about the D? Death, devil, dark? Destiny, she says. She asks Roger if he's following someone's orders, and he's like, absolutely not. And he says, well, then why is it that you pilot the Megadeus? And Roger says, Megadeus, and then she says, such vehicles are the seat of God, and all who pilot them do so on someone's orders. And if Roger can't say the name, then he's gonna die too. And Rand is like, what the hell? I don't like any of this. And, Roger's got a plan, tells her to follow him to a rendezvous point, and Randy's like, hey, you got a weapon? You got a weapon, bud? And he's like, I'm a negotiator, we don't carry that sort of thing. But before they can, he's like, yeah, it's fine. Follow me, we're gonna meet up with Dorothy. But before that can happen, a robot smashes through a nearby building, and then Roger's like, I recognize that tasteless color scheme anywhere. It's Beck. And so here's this guy who's like, oh yeah, look at you getting Roger Smith, the great Roger Smith, getting chased around by such a small girl. It's like, Beck? That voice, Beck? And he's like, wait, who's this guy? And then he says, it's Jason Beck. He doesn't know much aside from his name, face, and the fact that he's dishonest. He's not worthy to be called an actual professional criminal. He's just a regular hoodlum. And then Beck is like, hey, don't call me that. And then RD going, Roger! And then Beck is like, out of the way, you. Smacks her away, miles away. He's like, I'm not letting anyone else take my revenge away from me. And then he's like, time to celebrate my prison break with a big bang. More like Catchable Lupin. I mean, he's Lupin, but somehow even shittier. So Dav and T-Bone are with him. They're like, you're Anarchy, nice job, bro. They're glad to have their boss back, and Becky's like, thanks, boys. Remember, it's only thanks to Roger that I was sent to prison in the first place. But thanks to his most excellent underlings, he's free and ready for payback. And then Dorothy goes, Roger isn't here anymore. What? Wait, what? Where'd you run off to? Over there. No way! He's gonna...
Big O! Showtime!
Big O! Showtime! Let's see if I can. I'll find a thing for the bozos. Load them up, load them up, load them up, load them up, load them up. homage. Let's find an image for a friend immediately. And so, there it is, the Megadeus. Cast in the name of God, ye not guilty. Stepping up to the plate, are you then, Crow Boy? Yeah, could I see that? Well, I got this Beck Victory Deluxe here with me today. Still with the pointless opposition, And I see your sense of aesthetics is as poor as ever. Ugh, I can't stand that smug attitude of yours. Very well, I have a debt with you for accidentally saving my life, so I'll play your little game. Shut up! Today's curtains for you in that Megadeus. I don't think so. Big O! Action! And so here's Roger. This wasn't Big O's debut. In Big O's debut, the game wasn't kind to super robots in that game, so Big O was bad. So in this game, they made him really, really good instead. So he's got Negotiator, which is enemy pilots lose 2 will when they fight him, and any pilots that are shot down don't have to pay repair fees. He's also got Battle Spirit for extra morale every turn, and Guard takes less damage. Big O has a shield, but Roger doesn't have blocking. He's got Strike and Invincible, and his leader bonus is plus 30% crit rate. It's one of the best units in the game, like, by far. He's got long range, he's got big damage, he's got ammo and energy-based attacks. He's just good. He's also jacked, like 1750 armor on a large-sized boy with big boy health. Like, remember that Rand started with 6900? And he's got the big skill, 188 skill, which is very rude with his plus 30% crit, so he's always critting. Its main problem is big move, can't hit things in the air. This move can't hit things in the air, so you can only attack boys in the air before you move, and it's movement 5. But we can fix that. And we don't know what the Battle Mastery is just yet, I believe. Yeah, we don't know what it is. It's just beat the Beck Victory Deluxe. And we're just gonna sit here. Did you get to fight the other one? I do not know. Thanks, Beck. Oh, we're just going straight in with a sudden impact? Sure. Alright, let's go, Crow Boy. Our annoying little relationship's gonna end right here, right now. Beck, do not create connections where there are none. You're the only one that's been chasing after me. Shut up! Just listening to your nitpicking makes me sick. I'm only expressing myself such that even a man of your meager intellect and character can understand. In essence, I'm calling you out. I won't tolerate someone who breaks the law I believe in. Prepare yourself, Beck. And here comes the Beck Victory Deluxe. Look at this. Fella in black. Damn, he gave us the big boy butt stomp.
ネゴシエーションに値しない相手はこうするまでさ。
Negotiations might call him, but
Action!
failing that. I'll show you what a pro's like. So Roger's voice actor is Mitsuru Miyamoto. He's Akarenja in Yu Yu Hakusho. He's Hablabowski in Wolf's Rain. He's Mr. Zahoshi in Full Metal Panic. He's Itsuki in Ra Zephon, if you remember that from MX. Probably don't, but that's fine. He's Mamoru, old Mamoru Kodai in Yamato and V. He's Simba in Kingdom Hearts 2, apparently. Damn, he's the official dub actor for Adrian Brody and Keanu Reeves and Brad Pitt and David Arquette and Matthew Modine. Damn. Guy Pearce. Damn, he's got all the voices. Yeah, he's Michael Fassbender and yeah, so, very nice. Yeah, he's a Diglett. Yeah, he's the Megadeus of the ground. He's the behemoth. There's lots of things going on. So there's the one of the sky, the one of the ground, and the one of the sea. So it's Leviathan, Behemoth, and the other one who's in the sky. You know, what's his fucking name? Ziz? Is it Ziz? Yeah, Ziz, the primordial sky monsters. The Leviathan, the sea monsters that rose in the abyss, Behemoth in the desert to the east of the Garden of Eden, and Ziz, the sky monster. Couldn't you have done something about that tasteless preference for the colour gold, though? How are you talking about? You're covered in black from head to toe, and I'm the one with bad taste? Seems our aesthetic senses are fated to be directly opposed to each other. So, I'll fight, for the lore I believe in, and my aesthetic sense. It's all about the aesthetic. Roger, secretly a Persona 5 fella. $7,962. We gotta get out of here. Oh, really? Damn, nice VR, mate. And so, boss, can't take any more punishment. You gotta get out of here. And he's like, shit! Got out of jail, but all I got was another defeat. But you gotta remember this, Crow Boy. And then he explodes. And Daston's like, oh, after him! Catch him! And Roger is a bit sad that after all this, though, seeing as how he, as a negotiator, had to resort to brute strength. And then, indeed, you are unworthy of existing in this world. What the? I believe Tsunami paid for both seasons of Big O, but I'm not sure. Michael Seebeck! No, Schwarzwald! So this mummy fucker in his mummy robot comes out. It's like, yes, Roger Smith. He's like, but I saw you vanish in the fire. And he goes, yes, but I'm still alive. I can allow myself to die before I uncovered the truth. And he's like, he says how he's just a reporter, uncovering the facts and writing articles. Be understood that a mere reporter can never reach the truth in this city. And there's not a single person in this city that's even interested in learning the truth. But he wants to know, and he wants to learn what must be known. And we're just like, I remember those words come from the draft of your final article. Have you found that truth? He goes, indeed I have, which is why I have returned. And I want you, Roger Smith, lapdog of this rotten city, to be the first to see what I have uncovered. And Roger is like, well, if this is a joke, I'm not laughing. For a reporter, your sense of humor is sorely lacking. But Saul is adamant that he's only here to tell the truth, and there's only one way to settle this. But yeah, I mean, listen, his negotiations, a lot of the time, he's just bad at them. He only has to resort to brute strength when the other guy is bad. You can make a hell of it with, like, Cupcake. Go bigger. Harder. 150. Mommy's boy. $99. Now we're negotiating. But he summons these things, and it's the prototype, the Megadeus archetypes that Roger saw in the underground, the city, the catacombs. And it's like, Sorcerer's like, yes, I found these while searching for the truth. He goes, yeah, just like a mummy to go digging up a graveyard. That's not really how that works, Roger. They mostly live in... Well, it's fine. And then Rand is like, oh no, this is bad. He's really badly outmatched. And Dorothy says, well, if you want to fight, you can just use your Megadeus. So here it comes. And then he's like, well, Roger found you next to it, so I assume you can pilot it. And Setsuko would be like, I don't know what that thing is, but Rand is just like, and he starts feeling pain throughout his body at the sight of it. And then Schwarzwald says that you're all averting your eyes from the truth, just like the other fools. He goes, you haven't forgotten anything. Reclaim the memories... Yeah. So, you haven't forgotten anything. Reclaim the memories inside of you with your own strength. And then Rand is just like, shut up! Don't do that stuff you don't understand. Useless. It's human nature to want to forget the pain. However, I am different. I'm just built different. I've surpassed it to grasp the truth. I've embraced the pain of this world. Surpass the pain. Now, don't underestimate me, old man. I've been fighting for my life ever since I was a kid. Pain like this is nothing compared to the boss's punches. Kept you waiting, pal, but your current master's finally back. Roar, Gunleon. It's our time now. He recovered his lost memories by himself? Does this mean there's another person that can transcend the world's rules and arrive at the truth? I'll introduce myself again. I'm Rand Travis, Wandering Repairman and Beta Services Vice Leader. People know me as the Heat. And Schwarzwald is obviously very impressed, but figures that the world doesn't need two Bigs and two Truth Seekers. Roger's never liked reporters who make themselves larger than their readership, but Schwarzwald is determined to end Roger and Rand's life before they can learn the truth. Are you ready to fight the Heat? Rand's like, absolutely. Let's go, negotiator. It's like, time to return this mummy to whence it came. And so within 3 turns, you need to blow up all of the archetypes and the mummy. And it resets this boy's movement when you kill him on your turn rather than enemy turn. So we get to go again. So Dokasha.
いいとは伊達じゃねえんだよ。
It's not just for show.
二人じゃねえんだぜ。
Challenge. Bye bye, big.
言っとくが、修理は無理ってもんだぜ。
Schwartz, I'll expose what's beneath those bandages. Very well, Roger Smith. You'll see the truth that's hidden there. I don't intend to hear about the truth from a man that's lost his way. If what you say is real, I'll find it with my own eyes.
この仕事に交渉など必要ない。ビッグアクション。
This stupid fucking mummy. Bonk.
シュバルツ、これがこの戦いの真実だ。パラダイムの犬にしては大したものだ。だがザ・ビッグの力、どれほどのものか確かめさせてもらおう。
The power of the boots. So he wraps you up in bandages and gives you a debuff. Bits to dodging, and well, what are you gonna fucking do anyway? Oh, here comes the spooky man.
これでは三面記事にもならないぞ、シュバルツ。
You use the Chrome Buster? Yeah, because I want to sudden impact the fuck out of the other guy.
調子に乗るのは遠慮してもらおう。どうやら交渉の通じる相手ではないらしい。 この光受けていただこう。ガキの頃から殴られるのは嫌いなんだよ。やり逃げは許さねえんだよ。大型寛容の連中だ。こいつは効くぜ。ダイヤットチャレンジだ。俺がガンレオンの切り札よ。
Come on, other big Chrome Buster.
随分と物騒な武器をお持ちのようだ。亡霊は倒す。ただそれだけだ。この光受けていただこう。
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Rosha. And because all of the bigs are dead, I believe that means we can just go ham with the punch.
貴様も、そして私も哀れな存在でしかない。放題やってくれる。仕事にベストを尽くす。ただそれだけだ。ビッグアクション。シマルツ、これがこの戦いの真実だ。
Free booster. You did it. And so, Roger says that it jigs up while he admires Schwartzel's curiosity. He won't allow him to destroy the town. And Schwartzel warns Roger that this isn't the end. He's only shown him a fragment of the whole truth. And Roger is like, no, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I'm just a negotiator. I'm not a guard dog of Paradigm City. And Schwartzel's like, another piece of truth. And so he starts burning away the bandages, as you can see. The bandages? What's he doing? Behold! What the heck? A red Big O? A guy Big O. And so Schwartzel is like, yes, the look on your face, Roger. But it isn't time for our final battle just yet. And he says the false sky called the Dome is unnecessary to this world, and he's going to show everyone in this town the truth of what happened 40 years ago. And he's just flying around now. And that's what he's going to do with Big Duo. Big Duo? Big Duo. Why? Escape? Escaped. Show sight. Show sight. Sure. But anyway, he just flies off. And we're just like, Schwartz. Whatever it is, Schwartz's truth is outside Paradigm City's dome. And Rand figures that he can't stay here either. And Roger gets it. He'd know from the start that he's not originally from here. So Dorothy passes along a message from Norman. He goes, Norman had a message. Sorry it took so long to repair your Megadeus. And Rand's like, don't worry about it. Tell him thanks for me. And Rand says, Dorothy, thanks for the help, and while you're not my type, I still had a lot of fun. He's like, alright, sure. He goes, yeah. He's like, excuse me? He's like, he's not going to call her boss anymore. Fiance? Yeah. So here you go. So Rand has remembered his fiance. He's like, my fiance. Whoa. That's what she thinks. And now I need to figure out where she is. And so, Roger's sure that we'll meet each other again. And should Rand ever need a negotiation, all he's got to do is ask. And so, as Rand leaves, makes it. So he's going to tell Dorothy that he really likes their black clothes. And well, see ya, so long. And Roger's like, yes. There's someone else out there that appreciates my fashion sense. And then Dorothy's like, that's because he's just as bad as you. But Roger saw Rand's eyes filled with determination. He's glad that his current case has been solved, and Dorothy thinks it's a shame that all of his hard work over the last few weeks has gone to waste. And Roger says, well, if you want to if you want to make an omelette, a few broken eggs go with the territory. And luckily, Rand was around to fight the final piece. So Norman calls and is like, what do you want for dinner, sir? And Roger says that the three of them are going to be going on a bit of a trip tomorrow. He's going to leave the city, or as he puts it, widen the scope of his operations. Dorothy asks if he's worried about Schwarzwald, and Roger's like, I'm not going to let that man his words weaken my resolve. He's going to make sure that all of the clothes that Dorothy brings are black, though. That's one rule anyone who wants to live with him has to follow. And he's just like, I have to keep saying it. You're the worst. Yep, you're the worst. And Alex thinks that Roger Smith is also means to break one of Paradigm City's rules. And it's now clear to him that he's unfit as a Dominus. And Angel, observing from over here, wonders what Roger's looking for outside the city. Oh, no, sure, you know. And Roger is thinking to himself, it's okay if some people walking in the rain won't extend their umbrella to others. That's part of what it means to be free. And if there is some truth to be found outside the city, Roger wants to see it with his own eyes. We have come 2 times. So if Rand fought short sword, he'd be like, come on, mommy man, I'll yank those bandages right off and use it to make one of those Japanese sumo belts. And he goes, Japan? The name of the land outside the city? He's like, you used to be a reporter and you don't even know? He's like, that's right, I don't know anything. Or rather, I didn't care to know. That's why I want to know all of it. And he's like, no need for the big dismantling. Your bandages are going to be getting the